Hi, how are you guys? Thank you so much for your time and attention today. It was requested that we cover the property rental user design interface that we are proposing. So I'm just going to take a few minutes of your time today and review what our overall design looks like. So first, I wanted to give you a little bit of what the purpose of it is. So there's three different user interfaces that we are planning. One of them is a desktop application, the other is a mobile, and the third is a website. So basically, the intent of the desktop application is to allow the user, specifically the office employees, to be able to manage the database easily and the website and the mobile application will be available for potential renters to search for available properties without having to actually call and interface with a human. So there's some significant cost benefits that can be done with this. So you don't have to have staff to answer the phone for people who have questions about potential properties or viewing the features or locations of where things are for themselves. It will reduce the need for the office staff. You won't have to have a database expert inputting data all the time. It will be an intuitive interface to allow non-technical or non-experienced people to be able to interface with the database directly. So the desktop application, again, is designed for the rental employees to be able to enter and update the property details. So they've got, from the start screen, they've got all of the options that they could possibly need. So specifically up here on the first option, you can enter a new property. That is key. You always want to be able to do that. And there's a sequence of events that make sure that you have all of the required fields to make sure that you've got all of the data necessary to enter a new property in the database successfully. And then there's the updates. So you'll be able to update any of the fields that are in the database associated with a given property. So, for example, here, if you click on the property status, you update the property status, you select the combo box here, and it will give you a drop down of the addresses. And you can, once you select the address, you will be able to change it from rented or if it's available or if there is an application pending for this particular property and to be able to modify it at that point. And you can either, again, if you come to it from an update, you'll be able to finish, which will save that change and will propagate it out for those who need to review it. So if you mark it as rented, it will no longer show up in the other the web or the mobile applications as an available property for people to search and investigate further. So next up is the mobile application. So this is an actual application that users will download to their mobile devices, which they will use to search through available rental properties. So essentially everything that the office personnel or staff will be able to enter into the database, the user will then in turn be able to select those options and get results based on their own search criteria. So again, it'll have kind of like an overview or a welcome page, which will always have specifically this contact us button down here. So there's always an option to call the office, but you'll be able to use the location services on the mobile device or manually enter data. You will be able to, checkbox what ranges of rent you want, what features you're trying to see, and then the end result is, of course, to make sure that all of the search criteria properties that are available for rent are displayed and you can investigate further at that time. The third site that we need to do is a website. So this is, just a standard web page that has some unique features specific to us to make sure that, again, all of the options that we can enter into the database are searchable for our renters. So again, they'll just be able to come in and they'll be able to select, what location they want, what the range of rent is, what the square footage is, all of the options, bedrooms, bathrooms, features, does it have a washer and dryer? Does it have a pool? All of those options will be selectable from this first page, and then that will return all of the properties. And then again, selecting either the image or the property details will take you to the expanded version of just that property. You can see further details. So it's a really nice way to be able to give them the options that they need to be able to narrow their search so that it is relevant to them and present them with their uh, ordered results. And so those are the three types of user interfaces that we were proposing to use. Again, I don't want to take up too much of your time today, but thank you very much for paying attention, and I hope that we will get moving on this project shortly. Thank you.